Hello everyone, Andrew here, and this is the official guide on how to start day trading in 2024. To start off the video, I just want to do a quick introduction of myself. For those of you who do not really know who I am, my name is Andrew, I'm from Romania, I'm about to turn 25. So I have been in the markets for almost 6 years now, a little bit more than 6 years actually. I've been trading personal capital and now I'm currently a $6 million funded trader with various prop firms, and I'm mostly focused on making 2 to 3% every single month. I also created a very big community in the trading space with over, I think, 1,500 students that I've helped also reach this level. But I did that while having backed results by these prop firms, because I'm basically the only one who has over $6 million in funding and who has multiple six-figure payouts. If you want to know about my $6 million prop firm portfolio, I made a video about that, so you can check it out on the channel. I basically went from being a broke 18-year-old, I was a professional basketball player. I went from that to now being basically a millionaire just by trading the forex markets. So I managed to reach the highest level in trading. I managed to buy my first supercar at 24 last year during summer. I bought a McLaren, and actually now I just ordered my second supercar, which is gonna come in the next month. Which for me, it's just crazy because I've been able to pull so much profits from the market, which allows me to have the life that I always wanted. So I wanted to create an official guide on how to start trading in 2024 and be a profitable trader. So you know how everyone, when a new year starts, everyone does this like New Year's resolutions. They say they're gonna hit the gym first day of January. They're gonna do all these goals, they write up their lists, they try to switch stuff up. And it's actually a very big research that said that basically all these New Year's goals, all these New Year's resolutions, they're completely gone by the second or third week of January. So everyone that does goals and they try to start, let's say, going to the gym, they quit within 3 weeks of January. So now that we are basically coming to the end of January, we can just throw that all away, throw the new resolutions away, and now it's time to actually put the real work in and change your life. Because trust me, you really need to change your life. You really need to have a skill that allows you to make money from anywhere in the world, because trading gives you financial freedom, it gives you location freedom, and basically it's just you versus the market. It's the best skill you can have, and you can also scale it very, very fast. So let's start out with the basic stuff. What do you need to start trading? Now, you probably see all these fancy Instagram posts where you have, let's say, 4 monitors just analyzing different charts. You have a very big computer or very expensive PC or MacBook or all of that, but it's not really needed. When I first started trading, I had this old, I think it was Asus or Lenovo laptop. It was like $300, something like that. And I have an old iPhone also, so I didn't really have the new one. I think I had like the iPhone X, and the iPhone 13 Pro was already on the market. So I had a very old phone, but I just used that to study. It was a small screen, and I actually managed to become profitable like that. So it's not really a must to have all this equipment. To be honest, it does help. Like having a big monitor, sometimes it helps, but after a certain point you realize that simple is better. So I actually took better trades just trading from my laptop or my tablet without having the big computer or stuff like that, the big monitor, the 49-inch like the one I have behind me. But when I'm home, it does help because I can do multiple stuff at the same time, but I never have my charts on full screen like you see behind me. It's usually just in a corner, and the other side of the screen I just work on something else and I can pay attention to multiple things, which is a very good thing. But if you want to start trading now in 2024, I think everyone has at least a good phone, a Samsung, an Android, or an iPhone, and they also should need to have like a tablet or a laptop, especially nowadays because everything electronics got so cheap. You don't need the latest iPad or the latest MacBook, just a good laptop and a good phone that you can execute the trades on, or even use the laptop to execute the trades on. I like to execute my trades on the phone just because it's easier for me, because having so many accounts is tough to just have my terminal open all the time. But yeah, I think that if you want to start trading in 2024, just use whatever you have to start trading. But except the hardware stuff, you also need TradingView, which is free, but I would recommend getting the pro version or the premium one. I have no idea. The one that allows you to not have ads. First of all, ads are very bad, and also that allows you to have multiple alerts. And yeah, that's about all you need, to be honest. You don't need a smaller time frames, you don't need a seconds time frames, you don't need 2000 alerts, you don't need 30 indicators. That's just not needed. In order to become a profitable trader, you need to remove all the extra stuff. For me, the charts are very simple. I will probably do another video where I explain some of my strategy to see just how simple my charts are. I don't use any indicators, I just use some custom scripts for sessions, and that's about it. So simple is always better. Now the next thing you need to start becoming a profitable trader in 2024 is actually something that not a lot of people know. You need to have a very good work environment. So what does that mean? First of all, just look at your situation. If you're living with your parents, maybe for the younger guys there, or if you're older and you have a family already, you have a wife, you have a job also. So it's very different situations, but let's take the younger version. So let's say you're young, you're 18, 19, maybe even 17, and you're staying with your parents. In order to become a very profitable trader and a very good trader, you need to have the mental clearness that it's required for this actual job. So you don't need any external stress. So as I said, if you're younger, if you live with your parents, just do what they say. So I know a lot of parents, I know mine did, they were just bugging me about going to college, not skipping class, all of that. And the truth is, you gotta keep them happy while you work on yourself. So there's no time for partying, there's no time for going out, there's only time to do the actual thing that they want and also the thing that you want. Because trust me, that is gonna keep a very calm environment, because they're gonna be happy, you're gonna be happy, right? Try to find, I'm sure you probably have a bedroom, so try to set up a little office there, or best is not to have your office where you sleep. I did that mistake a long time ago, where I was working in the same room that I was sleeping in, and it doesn't help because the bed is right there. Like the temptation to just, you know, take a nap or just stay in bed and just get out of the working state, it wasn't good. So try to have a separate room, maybe in the living room or wherever you have space. Just set up an office there. So you just need a simple table, a chair, have your laptop set there. And a very good thing that also helped me was basically music. So while I was studying, while I was watching the charts, just have some kind of noise cancellation so you don't get distracted. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things that will help you, especially when you're in the learning phase. You just need mental stability, mental clarity. You need to be in a good environment, so where there's no like screaming or just a bad vibe, bad energy, right? Try to get away from that. If I know for some people the family house, let's say, when you live with your parents, is not the best space because maybe there's arguments all the time, then try to, I don't know, get a job and try to move out to a very small apartment, something you can afford, just so you can have that mental clarity. Actually, when I was around 17, because I was also in a bit of a stressful situation, I decided to basically move out when I was 17, even if I couldn't really afford it, just because I wanted to embrace, you know, the feeling that I have to do the work, I have to earn money in order to actually live. So that was a very big move and a risky move, but it just helped me grow so much. Because imagine at 17 you're living alone, you're maybe earning 1,000 euros, 1,500 euros a month, and you basically have to pay for an apartment, you have to pay for the food, all of that. But it helps you become a man in life, it helps you really elevate and growth. And that's actually what helped me become a very successful person now. So I would recommend doing that if you can. Just don't live with your parents. But if you still live with your parents, then just find some separate room, maybe even in the, I don't know, in the closet or something. Just set up your office there and study there. Have a very good mental clarity. It's very important. The environment is very important. Also, if you are older, let's say you have a family, same thing. Just try to find a separate room where you can study, where you can have your office, and no one should disturb you at any time. Especially now, even now when I'm trading, I don't want anyone to disturb me because it just gets me out of the state. But I know that when I was studying, I just made that very clear to the people around me that I need to be alone, I need to be focused on studying, just don't disturb me, right? So that's very important, and I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but trust me, it makes a very big difference. Now, next thing, once you have this set up, the environment, you have the hardware, you have the trading view and all of that, what you actually need is to find a good mentor. So I know there's a lot of mentors. When I first started, I didn't really find anyone trustworthy, or all the guys were posting, you know, Lambo pics on Instagram and they were selling a course. So my advice is don't really buy a course. First of all, try to find some free information. Now on YouTube, there's a lot of information, but it's it's best to find a mentor that has the results that you want to have. Especially now when you start trading, everyone turns to funding companies because it's such a good way to start earning money from trading, which I completely agree. So find a mentor that actually does that and is profitable. So I don't want to say about me, but there's other good traders there like Paladin, JadeCap, Omar, who are, you know, funded traders with backed results. So they have been trading, have been in the funding game for a while. You know, they have verified results, because that's the thing with prop firms, you cannot really fake the results because the company is just going to expose you, right? So try to find a good trader, try to find a good mentor, which is a real trader, which has results that you want. So I know for a fact that everyone that comes into trading, they want to become a funded trader because that's the dream, right? You start making capital and then you start earning money with your skill. So find someone who absolutely demolished that game, you know, and managed to become a very successful prop firm trader. And now I don't want to brag about myself, but I think I did completely dominate the funding game because I've managed to reach, now I'm around 6.2 million. The highest I was 6.5 million, doing 2-3% a month. So I think I kind of dominated the prop firm game because I kind of hacked it and I knew how to play it and actually make money. And trust me, when you make 6 figures from prop firms with no real risk, it's just an amazing feeling because you can basically buy whatever you want. That's why I actually bought my second supercar, because there's so much money coming in from prop firms, and it's also allowing me to grow further because I'm gonna hit scaling plans very soon. It just elevates everything about trading, and it allows you then to make the next step towards private investor capital. So yeah, that's my second advice, is to find a good mentor that has the results that you want to have, and then either try to get in contact with them or see if they have any services to offer. For me, myself, I've launched my course and mentorship, which you can check out on tradingnfx.com, which I don't think I'm gonna actually be doing for such a long time because I find that it's not really who I want to be anymore. I just don't want to be a course seller. It just gives me a bad tag. So I'd rather just focus on my trading and then help people some other way, maybe do some live webinars. So let me guys know if you would be interested in like a weekend webinar, you know, where we go over all the strategy and all of that. I think that would be a lot better. Now, next thing, after you find a mentor and you start studying what they do, they're basically technical analysis, which in my opinion nowadays everyone kind of uses the same thing, just different names. So whether you use supply, demand, imbalance, all of that stuff is the same exact thing. So that doesn't really matter. What matters is creating a good trading plan for you that fits you. So that fits your schedule, that fits your personality, and that fits your risk appetite. So let's say you are 35 years old, you have a family, you have a work 9 to 5. How do you actually trade? Maybe you're a calm person. Let's take that for example. So creating the trading plan needs to be based on yourself, your schedule, and everything like that, like I said. So let's take that example. You come back at 5, you have a wife, you have 2 kids. When do you have time to trade? Well, you can talk with your family and say, all right, I'm coming back at 5. New York Open is, let's take it for my time zone where New York Open is 4:30, right? I come home at 5. I know that New Year session is in move. I can just talk with them and say, look, I need to stay on the charts and study this for 2 to 3 hours. 2 hours are enough, from 5 to 7. I'm just gonna do that, and then I can spend time with you guys. So try to create a trading plan that's based only on the hours between 5 and 7, which sometimes there are a lot of good setups. So try to just look at that hour zone, right? That time frame. Try to find the pair that works for you, that moves during that time. Just analyze the charts. Let's say GBP/USD usually moves at that time, and then also your risk appetite. So if you don't have a lot of money to risk, just buy a small challenge, build up from there. No, there's so many variables that people really need to study about themselves. I studied myself for 3 years every day to reach this point, to understand what really works for me, what trades are profitable for me. And I didn't really do any journaling because everything I do is in my head. I'm just a very good analytical person and I have a very good memory. So everything I have is in my head. That's why it's very hard to replicate my success to my students, because I have 4 or 5 years of experience inside my head, which just helps me become a very good trader. So now that you've created your trading plan, next is time to actually experience the market. So I always recommend for people to just either have a small live account. So maybe open an account at IC Markets, deposit $100 and just trade that 5% risk. Just trade that, because when you have real money on the line, you're just gonna start feeling all the emotions, right? You're gonna see the numbers go up and down, even if it's not big amounts. You need to understand how the brain works. How brain works is making connections, right? So if you are trading a $100 accounts and you start feeling emotions of greed or fear or, you know, FOMO, all of that, the same feelings are gonna get replicated on a higher level. It's the exact same feeling. It's not gonna be different because the amount is higher. There's gonna be a small difference in intensity, but once your body and your mind gets used to that feeling, that connection between FOMO, you know, with a trading account, when you start getting more capital, that feeling is going to be the same. So if you start controlling your feeling from when you're risking $100, you don't have that much to lose, then you're going to be completely in control at a higher level. So that's very, very important. So try to have a small account, small live account that you trade just to feel those emotions, to get through them, to understand how you feel and how you can avoid that. Or just buy a small funded account, which I think is better nowadays. So instead of depositing $100, just buy what $100 buys you in challenges. I've seen accounts like 50K or 25K for $100. So I think that's a better actually alternative. And just focus on applying your training plan and see if it works and if you can actually make that 10% or 8% target within 30 days. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out if you did the work behind it. So now the final step of becoming a profitable trader in 2024 is to actually start making money from trading. So once you've become profitable, you've managed to understand your emotions, to control them. Of course, you're not going to be perfect, but then it's time to actually invest some money. So instead of investing, let's say you have $1,000 to invest. Instead of investing that into a live account, you can just use my prop firm, let's say, plan to start making money from prop firms. I will probably make a separate video just explaining that very, very in detail, because I get that question quite a lot. But use that $1,000 to basically buy, let's say, I think you can also buy, I've seen 100K accounts for like $250. Yeah, let's say you buy 3 100K accounts. Or yeah, I think that's very good. Or even four, but I think three 100K accounts. Let's say you buy 3 100K accounts with that. If you become a profitable trader, of course, you're not going to be the best because you need that experience, but you should be able to pass at least one account and become funded, and then use the whole prop firm, you know, formula to become funded with more and more capital and start making money. So I will probably make a video about that because it's just a very long process. Let me guys know if you want to see that video explaining in detail how to scale up funded capital. But I think that's the last step, and after that you can basically start making money. So if you look at it, the plan is very simple. The plan can take you anywhere from 3 to 9 months, even a year. So if you start now, you're gonna have time until maybe the end of the year to actually start making some money from trading. Trust me, it's not that hard. If I were to start today and know all the knowledge that I have, even if I had no idea how to trade, I would probably become a profitable trader very, very fast, because I know all the blueprints, I know all the stuff that works, and that's why I want to tell you guys in these YouTube videos. I just want to give you the exact blueprint, the exact things, the tips that really help me become a profitable trader, because I know for a fact anyone can become a profitable trader with the skills that you can learn today, with the funding companies, with all of that. You can actually make a lot of money from trading. Stop listening to all the mentors that say they flip accounts and all of that. No, the funding game is the game right now, which is gonna help you. And maybe when we don't have that much time, we've seen, you know, FTMO ban US clients. There's all kind of restrictions coming in, so there's not a lot of time to actually start trading. So you need to start right now to become a profitable trader in 2024, because it's the last chance you're ever gonna get. So I know this was kind of a long video. I hope these tips help you. I really do. And yeah, let me guys know if you want to see that video be recorded about how to approach funding companies, going in detail with everything. If you want that, just leave a comment down below and I will record it for sure. So thank you guys for all the support. I really want to grow this channel to maybe 50K until the end of the year. Why not? Let's become the biggest trading channel, because I'm giving you the real experience of a $6 million funded trader. I've made over, I think, 130,000 just last month in December. This month, again, a 6-figure month. So I don't really have to do this content, but I just love doing it. I love to see the numbers grow. I love being able to form a community and help people to become profitable traders and start making money. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.